Hey my loves, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to yet another video. Today we are going to be doing a DIY how I did this eyebrow tint, or how I tint my eyebrows at home. So I'm going to show you whatever you're going to be needing, and we're going to be needing cotton pads or cotton wool, really up to you. You can even use wipes. You're gonna need hair dye or tint or henna, whatever you use. It's really up to you. I use this hair dye which we call pico back home. You're gonna be needing a brush, eyebrow brush, or any kind of brush. You're gonna be needing a spoolie brush, a razor blade. So if you don't use a razor blade, you can use wax, you can use tweezers, whatever you use for your eyebrows, and a toothpick, and a little a little container which you're gonna be mixing the product in. So the first thing I do is I mix the product or the pico with water, and I use that little container, mix it in until I get the consistency that I want. The consistency that I want has to be in between. I don't want it too runny and I don't want it too thick. So I got my desired consistency, and the first thing that I'm going to be doing is draw my eyebrows. So I'm just going to trace my eyebrows, how my eyebrows are, and just apply the product. If you can't do this, you can always use an eyebrow pencil. Draw your desired shape first, and then just go in with the product. And if you can't do that as well, you can use the little eyebrows stencils which they sell in beauty stores. So you can go and get those and just apply the product using the stencils. But for me, I feel like this is just easy, just tracing my own eyebrows according to my eyebrow shape or whatever shape that I want, and that's what I'm doing. You want to take your time while doing this. You don't really have to trace your natural brows. If you want thicker brows, you can always draw them thick. If you want a narrow looking thin brows, you can always draw them narrow, or you draw them thin. As I said, it's really up to you. Or you can just wax your eyebrows first and then apply the product. But I do the opposite. I apply the product and then I remove the excess, or I remove my brows. Guys, if you notice, I didn't fill, or I didn't apply the product in front of my brow. I left a gap or a space in front of the brows, and that is because you don't want to apply the product all the way. Otherwise your eyebrows are going to look so unnatural and they're going to be looking boxy. As you can see right there, I left the space right there, I left the gap in front. We're going to be using a spoolie brush later on, just so I can get the eyebrows to look as natural as they can. And if you apply the product all the way, they're just not gonna look natural. So as you see, I'm using the spoolie brush and I'm just brushing the product. I'm going to brush the little product that I have in front of the eyebrows. Just gonna brush it up so that I get it to look as natural as I can. And I don't really know how else to explain this, but that's how you're gonna be doing. And you guys, you see this? Yeah, that's what I want. I want to make my eyebrows look as natural and as even as I can, and doing this will make your eyebrows look natural. So the next step is I take my razor. You can use your tweezers, you can use wax, you can use, as I said, whatever you use for your eyebrows. And I'm just gonna get rid of the excess hair because I had some growth, and just shape my eyebrows however I want. And here, as I said, you can get your eyebrows to be as thick or as thin as you want them to be. This is how I do it, and I'm just showing you an up close. This is how I remove the excess hair with a razor. It's very easy for me. I know a lot of people can't do this, but you can always use tweezer. And this is my second time doing this, tinting my own brows. I went to the salon a couple of weeks ago and they really did a bad job. So I said to myself, I'm just going to learn how to do it, and I'm just going to do my own tint. I'm not going to pay anybody to do a bad job on my face. You're using your money just to get disappointed. So yeah. And this is how I do it, guys, basically. Next, I'm gonna take the eyeshadow brush, or you can use any brush, and just gonna clean up whatever mess that I made. Like, see, like sometimes you'll have the tint or the hair dye all over, so this is the time to clean it up because it's not dry yet. It takes time to dry, so you can always go back and clean the mess. If you've messed up, or if you messed up the shape, you can always clean up this mess by using a brush or by using a wet brush. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to clean, or I'm trying to make it as neat as I can, neat as possible, so that it doesn't look messy, it doesn't look rough, and I don't have the product all over. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, basically cleaning up, making it look neat, making it look, as making the eyebrows look as identical as possible. As we know, eyebrows are not twins, they're supposed to be sisters. So we're trying to make them siblings right now. We're trying to force them to be sisters. So yeah, that's what we're doing, guys. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join my family. I would love to have you here on my channel. I'm gonna be doing a lot of these DIY videos. I used to do them all the time, but we're gonna go back to doing DIY videos. As you can see, guys, I am done. After a couple of minutes, my brows are dry, and can't really tell you how long you should stay with them. I stayed with them for about, like, I think was like 15 minutes. You can stay with them less if you want like lighter eyebrows, but if you want like really, really, really dark eyebrows, you can even stay with them up to an hour. It's really up to you. Okay, so the next step is I'm just gonna take the cotton pad and add water, or just like make it wet, and just like wipe the product out, or you can use wipes for this. It's really, really up to you. So you can either wipe or just wash your face, and I do both. I first wipe my face, or wipe the product from my eyebrows, and then I'm just gonna go with water, because I feel like using water you kind of get rid of all the product, because I'm using hair dye, and hair dye can really stain your sheets, it can really stain your clothes. So I want to make sure I get all the product out, and yeah, make sure everything is out so that I don't stain anything. And I go in with soap. As I said, it's really up to you. You don't have to go in with soap. And as I mentioned as well, if you want your brows to be darker than mine, you can always stay with the product for like longer. For example, like an hour or like 30 minutes. It's really up to you. There's no like rules when it comes to this, or there's no rules basically. I think I just do it how I want the eyebrows to look that day. So this is how my eyebrows are looking, and as you can see, guys, they look so natural, and they don't look very harsh. It's just really, really natural, and this can last me 2 weeks, and I can look like this for 2 weeks. I don't really have to apply product on my eyebrows. I could just apply powder and some lip balm, and I'll be ready to go out of the house. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you. Bye.